Hi there, Mr. Farrell back, and here's our 7th grade lesson for today on Monday, June 7th. We'll be talking about solving word problems using mean and median, and also putting in a new concept called the range, but we'll talk about that in a second. So first of all, we have the mean. I have our focus. This is our lesson. It's lesson 2, solving word problems using mean and median. Focus is let's solve word problems involving mean, median, and mode, and also range. Now here's our vocabulary for the day. So you can take this and I already have this in the Nearpod already, but if you missed it there, you can get it back here. The mean is the average value of the given numbers of data. Should be of data there. Just notice that. Let me see, of data. And kind of a simple definition of mean, and we're going to be going over that. And we've gone over it several times, and you're going to be having another Math Antics video that talks about how to figure mean. Or no, excuse me, this time it was Khan Academy video on figuring mean, where you add up all the data, all the individual values in the data set, and then divide by the number of data points in the data set to get the average or the mean. The median is the middle number found by ordering all the data points and picking out the one in the middle. Or if there are two middle numbers, if there's an even number of data points, you would take the two middle numbers, taking the mean of those two numbers. You just add those two numbers together and divide by 2, and that'll give you your median. If you have an odd number of data points, then you would have, you just pick the one that's smack dab in the middle of that data set. And here's a new concept, range, the difference between the largest and the smallest numbers in a data set. So for example, if I had a data set, say I was saying quiz scores again, like we did the other day. I had quiz scores, and I say I had a 12, 13, 15, 17, and 19. To figure the range, you just take the difference of the largest score data point, 19, and then you subtract the lowest score. So these data points have a range of 7 points between the highest score on the quiz and the lowest score on the quiz. So that's what we're talking about with range, the difference between the largest and the smallest numbers in the data set. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit more in depth now. And let's see if I can maybe get myself out of the picture there for a moment. So here's a definition of range again. Here's an example. Find the range for the given data. 24, 31, 12, 38, 13, 15, 46, and 62. Now you could arrange these if you needed to, or you could simply do like what I'm going to do, which is take and circle the lowest number, which is 12, and the highest data point in the data set, which is 62. Now to find the range, I take the maximum value and I subtract the minimum value. 62 minus 12 is the range is 50. This could be points on a test, could be number of students who go to lunch at a certain time. It depends upon whatever the data set is, but this is the range. And the range is useful because it helps you see, well, what are we talking about? How big of a spread do I have in the test? If I have, in this case, 50 points, well, that's quite a bit, because if it's a 100-point test and there's 50 points, that means some kids really got the material and some kids really didn't get the material. So it gives me some information. So here's a couple examples of how to find range. So let's find the maximum value. I'm going to go max value minus minimum value. Okay, so what's here? In this data set, looks like this is the minimum. And what's the maximum? Looks like 71. So 11 and 71. So 71 minus 11 would equal 60. So the range equals 60. And let's look at number 2 here. We got 84, looks like it's the maximum. And then minus the minimum. And what's the smallest? So it looks like 9 is the minimum. So 84 minus 9. I'm going to get my calculator out here to help me with that one. All right. 84 minus 9. So it equals 75. So the range for this one is going to be 75. So, and again, it just depends upon how you interpret that data, what that range would tell you. All right, now here are some examples of today's lesson is focusing on word problems. So we have the mean, the median, and the mode, and the range here for each problem. So we have 9 conical flasks have a sodium chloride solution of different quantities. The amount of a solution in milliliters in each flask is given below. So I got 2, 4, 2, 10. So what I'm going to do here, first I'm going to find the mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my calculator out again, and I'm going to add these values. 2 plus 10 plus 16 plus 2 plus 20 plus 22 plus 14 plus 9. 95. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divided by 9 equals 10.55 or 10.56. I'm going to round up to the nearest hundredth. Okay. So what's the median? Well, I have to order them now. So 2, 2, 9, 2, 2, 9. This is how I order them. I scratch them off as I go. 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. So my median is, there's an odd number here. There's 9. I found that out from my mean. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's exactly the middle. So my median is 14. And what's my mode? Well, my mode is the one that shows up the most, and that is 2. And what's my range? Well, my range would be maximum value, 22, minus the minimum value of 2. So my range is 20. So, and this is a milliliters. So that would place this. So that's where that range cutting. So this range is 20 milliliters from the lowest amount in one flask to the most in another flask is 20 milliliters. So that's how we do that, how we solve word using mean and median in word problems. Let's go to another one. Philip has 8 red balls, 3 green balls, 6 yellow balls, 3 orange balls, 13 black balls, and 15 blue balls in his bag. So let's get, so I'm going to do this. What I'm going to do this now is I'm going to order these right from the get-go because I know that I need to find the median. So I'm just going to make it easy for myself to begin with. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first thing I want to do is figure the mean. 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 8 plus 13 plus 15 equals 48 divided by 6. Well, that would equal 8. 8 balls in his bag on average. The median now is going to be different because I have an even number. So what I'm going to do here is take the middle two values, 6 and 8. 6 plus 8 equals 14 divided by 2. So my median is 7 balls. Right in the middle would be, the median would be 7. What's the mode? Well, I have two groups of 3 balls, so that would be 3 balls. And what is the range? Well, the maximum value is 15, and the minimum value is 3. So it's 12 balls is the range that all this data is in. So that is two examples going back to the range of how to find range, as well as how to, from a word problem, how to find the median, mean, and range and mode of word problems. So that's what your homework is going to be working on today. So if you need to, rewatch this video and give it your best shot. Don't forget to finish this up in class today and submit it. Sometimes people finish it, but they don't submit it. Then it gets late and they lose points. So give it your best shot. And if you have any questions, you can also email me. I'll get back to you then on Wednesday. Thank you all so very much and take care.